Some people say to me, my life is not that dramatic. It's not that interesting. I don't have strong feelings. I'm an ordinary person living an ordinary life. And so therefore, I don't know how to express any of that stuff in the art that I make. And I think that's an understandable point of view. But I think what happens is when you start to make art on a regular basis, you fine-tune your sensitivities and you start to notice things about yourself that you hadn't noticed before. You start to realize more about how you feel about things. You start to see new kinds of beauty you hadn't appreciated before. You start to notice the things that make your life unique and distinct from the life of the person sitting next to you on the bus. You start to notice the differences in people's faces. You start to notice the difference between one apple and another in a bowl of fruit. You become a person with a richer life because it's the same life you always had, but suddenly you start to value it more. You start to perceive things more deeply. And if you say right now, I can't imagine that happening to me, try it. Prove me wrong. Try it and see how, if you do this for a month, drawing every day, well or badly, it doesn't matter, you'll still have a more intense emotional life. Not necessarily becoming a drama queen. I don't mean that. I just mean appreciating it more, not being covered by a blanket of sameness, but rather being open to new experiences, being aware of the changes and the meanings of things, being open to noticing new kinds of beauty and appreciating that. And also just not taking things for granted, not accepting that things are what they are, but instead questioning stuff and going deeper into those questions so that you start to discover new and interesting things about the world around you. No matter where you live, no matter what you do, no matter what kind of life you have, there's a lot of interesting things about it. And you are the person to discover those things. And why would you want to, you might say? I'm fine with the way I am. Well, I think it's like finding a door into a new room in your house. Suddenly you realize how lucky you are to be alive and how wonderful the world is around you just because you decided to open that door.